Dustborn is the new Saints Row reboot. It's bright, it's flashy, and you use words as your weapons against your enemies. And the first trailer for the game got obliterated by people who thought it looked ridiculous, but it looks like comments are now being shut off on the game's official announcement trailers. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media so you can see when my content is posted, and of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and live streams I create, consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or supporter via YouTube memberships. So I wanted to start off with this Clownfish TV article. It says Xbox disables comments on ill-received Dustborn trailer. Now this is a game that has already faced such massive controversy, and it was only revealed a few weeks ago. Now it is important to point out that back in 2020, people working on this game actually did interviews for it, and they had said at that point it had been in the works since 2017. So this game has been in development for a very long time at this point, and the final product that we got is truly a disaster. I just do not think it looks good. We haven't seen that much of it, but what we have seen of it doesn't give me a lot of confidence in this product. It seems to be, blatantly honest, very woke. You are, fighting for justice, and you're using words as your weapons, and people are being oppressed, and bad things are happening. And of course, as you can see in this screenshot, the man is behind the women, because the women, of course, take charge in this game. But it says we first saw Dustborn 3 years ago, when Red Thread Games released a developer presentation. The Norway-based studio claimed that their upcoming game was a narrative-driven adventure. From what I saw, we only really got concept art of the game all those years ago. I couldn't find like an actual official trailer or anything, so they did announce it, but it wasn't a finished game. It says we would follow a group of outcasts trekking across America in a story about hope, friendship, love, and robots. It gave off very 2010 vibes, from character designs to its Borderland-esque aesthetic. The whole thing seemed harmless enough, if not a bit bland. But now things have changed. It says the game faded from memory until it sprouted up again recently thanks to Gamescom. The new reveal trailer made it clear that Dustborn was akin to something you'd find on Tumblr around 2016. There's nothing subtle about what the game is trying to say or which side of the aisle your characters will be coming from. I did a previous video on this, but they had said back in 2020 that this game was inspired by political events that began in 2016. And of course, there were a few large events that happened in 2016. Of course, Black Lives Matter broke into the political mainstream. You've got the first black president, Barack Obama, ending his final term. And then later in the year, in November, you had Trump, who won the presidential election. So of course, this game is kind of centered around pure Trump derangement syndrome, but going forward, it says the game was getting roasted in the comments section of the Xbox trailer up until just a couple of days ago. As you can see, the ratio is pretty bad. It was 662 likes to 4.7k dislikes, and it's not only Xbox that put up the trailer for this. There are several versions of the trailer online on the Xbox account, PlayStation, Gamescom, but all of them are getting obliterated. But instead of just, accepting the fact that people are upset about this, just leaving the comments and the dislikes on, while the likes and dislikes are still public, they have actually turned the comments off on the official Xbox trailer because it was getting destroyed. As you can see, official Xbox trailer, likes and dislikes are still on, but the comments have been turned off. On the PlayStation account, we also have the comments on still, but it's getting ratioed 826 likes to 4.8k dislikes. I hate when this happens. I've got to be honest. I understand that you are developers and companies who are, putting lots of time and effort into your products, but if your products end up bad, it is what it is. You just need to accept the fact that you're getting ratioed on it. And Xbox, and the person who clearly runs this Xbox account, account must have saw how many negative comments were being put on it, so they decided to just manually turn the comments off. Ugh, like, it's getting too toxic in the comment section, which is absurd, because this never works out. Companies will shut comments off and shut the likes and dislikes off, and then they, lock threads on social media, but there will always be a way for people to voice how unhappy they are with you. All you are doing by turning off comments is forcing them to go to other platforms to voice how unhappy they are, instead of just keeping everyone in one or two comment sections. And just to show off the types of comments that are being left, let's look at the PlayStation accounts trailer. People are saying things like, if you asked AI to make a game based on Twitter, Tumblr, and DeviantArt, this would be it. I 100% agree. This game is about as subtle as a sledgehammer to the face when it comes to promoting the message. I bet this game has depth, is subtle, and not pretentious whatsoever. It's satire, but it's so true. I mean, you can clearly tell what the message is in this game, and that's what people are not happy about. People are not excited because it's so blatantly obvious. This game is not going to get any better. This game is what it is, unless they completely, scrap it and start anew, which they're not. They've been working on it for 7 years at this point. You're just going to have to deal with the fact that people do not like this title. People are not enjoying what they are seeing in the content. I mean, I have already called it the next Saints Row reboot. We just recently saw Volition go under because of the Saints Row reboot, and this is the next in line. These are indie developers who are working on this game, but it's not what people want. Sometimes indie developers really hone in on what consumers are looking for, the content that we want to purchase, and they understand the market, but these people clearly do not. They went into this wanting to push a specific political narrative, push the specific messaging that they felt was so important, and they're just creating a product that at the end of the day isn't going to sell. It does not have a release date at this point. They're saying now coming early 2024, and it is coming to all platforms from what I understand. And I don't think that this is going to be a big launch. I think that this is going to, probably stay on the radar until release, because people are roasting it, and then once it launches, it's just going to fall off of a cliff. People are not going to be talking about it anymore. But yes, I mean, as you can see, things are not going well for them. All of the trailers that have been posted on official accounts are getting absolutely destroyed, and in response, Xbox had disabled the comments to it, and now it's of course forcing people to go to other platforms like Twitter/X in order to voice how unhappy they are, and it just makes people, think about leaving that dislike just to show that they're still here even though you're not allowing them to comment. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.